Yeah.
Is that realistic that everyone has a perfect life, or those people have a perfect life?
I guess not.
So
I don't know if they ever started that way. I mean, maybe they did. Maybe they all have exercised all their lives and they feel good about themselves anyway. I don't know. I guess maybe that's not realistic either. I don't know. I guess people have good days and have bad days.
Well, Ruth, have
But
you
just
ever
getting started is so hard.
have you ever journaled?
No. Well, no, I guess I know. Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
Well, journaling might help you see your thoughts on paper, see your feelings on paper. And if you were to journal your thoughts and feelings and go back and review them, it might help you, really look at, wait a minute, this is not how I want to be. And it brings it more into reality when you see it in, writing, your handwriting especially. And then if you were to write positive things about yourself, how could you be your own best cheerleader?
Oh, yeah. Well, that might help, sure. That could probably help. So you want me to start journaling, like what I'm thinking, I guess, and then I realize how it affects me, and then try to maybe change it a little. Is that what you're
Well, I'd
saying?
like for you to challenge these thoughts that you have about yourself. Challenge these thoughts about your image and your feelings. Where does that come from? What can you do about it? If you don't like it, what's your next move? What steps can you take to change those thoughts that you have about yourself? Because right now, I'm gross. I don't like the way I feel. Everybody would be looking at me, when really everybody's probably living their own life, and they may not, be as focused on you as you are.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true. Usually, when the bell rings, it looks like those teachers don't even have the time to go pee or take lunch. They're probably not thinking about me. That's too much.
So if you were to motivate yourself, you might. What if we looked at coming up with a phrase when you say, "I should do this, I should do that." What if you chose to do some of these things? I choose to get up. I choose to go here. It's kind of like, it's nothing that you have to do. It's something that you want to do. And a simple reframe from, I got to go work out, to, hey, I get to go work out. How cool is
Oh,
that?
wow, that sounds way better. Oh, yeah. I like that one. Can I put that one in my journal?
Absolutely. Please use it. It's just a simple reframing. Instead of it being a dreaded chore, it becomes something that you're looking forward to doing. And it's like, yes, I get to do this.
I already feel a little bit more energized by that just statement. It just woke me up out of my Eeyore state. I feel like I was kind of in a wah. When you do think about it as something that I'm choosing to do or wanting to do, it sure makes it seem different.
Well, I hear that you really want to change things in your life, and you have this battle about, what other people think. And, what you think, to me, is more important.
But then I think I'm not scared. I don't even know if I could do any of it. How do I know I can? I mean,
how do you know you can't?
Well, you just challenged my statement like you want me to do. That's funny. That's a good point. I guess if I could, I wouldn't have graduated, I guess, or I don't know. I have this degree, so I guess I can do it just as well as anybody else could.
How did you graduate school? What did you do to motivate yourself? Because, you know, I'm in school right now, and there are some classes that, you know, I struggle with. So, you know, I have to talk to myself to encourage myself. And what I'm wondering is, how did you encourage yourself to get through some of those difficult times when you were in school?
Well, I really had some real nice young women in my classes who you know, you said cheerlead. They would cheerlead me along. They would tell me I was doing well, or you know, if we would talk about different classes or share our answers, they would say, you got this. I mean, so I guess I need to tell myself maybe some of the same things they told me, because that helped me get through school, to have them give me a pat on the back, or tell me, you know, I had this group that was really good that I worked with, and they made me feel like I could do it. And actually, when we would look at all of our stuff and compare it, my answers were just as good as theirs. Or when we talked about stuff, I had the same ideas, or and they would tell me that, you know, raising 4 kids is like a little small mini classroom, and if I could handle that, could, you know, have the situation, that I could do this too. So
Absolutely. So you've already developed some skills, management, organization, you know, and you obviously use those in school and in the home. And how can you use those skills to motivate you today towards feeling better about yourself?
well, that is true. I mean, people don't realize how hard it is to be a homemaker. They think that it's easy, and I'm sitting around eating bonbons on the couch and watching soap operas, but it is very hard. But also, you know, now this just made me think of something. I felt very isolated in a lot of ways when I was doing the homemaking, and now I feel isolated again, because when I was with those people at school, it's almost like they would challenge any of my negative thoughts about myself, and I don't have that support group around anymore, and I feel like I'm all alone